After taxes and all that, I was taking home $800, so it wasn't too much money.
Well, I used to be a dental hygienist up in Canada, and I hated that job. You know, I cleaning other people's dirty teeth all day.
I was really miserable. I was working anywhere from 70 to 75 hours a week, 6 to 7 days a week. I mean, practically every weekend. I don't really remember one weekend that I didn't work.
I couldn't just quit what I was doing and stay home with my son as I wanted to.
Literally, someone else was raising our child. And, and it wasn't with our principles and our morals, and, that's no way to raise children.
I had a coworker that was just awful, and I was just dreading going to work every day.
The place I was living in, I'm telling you, it was a shoebox.
I was managing a store. I had a lot of nice suits in the closet, no money in the bank. And as I looked 5 years down the road, everything looked pretty much the same.
We got to a point where I just said, there's got to be a better way.
My dad was actually a house painter, still is, and he's been doing it for 30 years. And I saw the road that he had been down, and I knew that I didn't want to be there, and I knew I didn't want to be doing that manual labor. I wanted to have something where I could use my mind and be excited about it.
When we retired, our combined retirement Social Security income was about $28,000 a year. That just gets you by.
I was waiting tables at Red Lobster. I had just failed out of college, and I was so broke, I was literally riding a bicycle to and from my job.
And I really got depressed when I would walk into a business, because I did business to business. I was in outside sales. And they'd say, "Frank, the beeper guy's here." So when they started calling me the beeper guy, I realized I was in the wrong career. I don't want to be that anymore. But you'd have to get all excited about it, and I wasn't excited about it.
I was a wholesale furniture agent, which was great money, and but like I said, if I stopped selling, there was no income coming in. So essentially I was chained to the business.
I had gone to law school, but for years I'd been a musician. And I thought, you can always be a lawyer. I want to be a rock and roll star. But the music business is nuts. It goes up and down. If I couldn't find a new tour, I'd be bartending and waiting tables and hoping that nobody would recognize me.
Corporate America consisted of 60 to 70-hour work weeks, training executive management to do a job that I was doing, getting underpaid. And as the company grew, I became more valuable, so it was a double-edged sword. The better I was at what I did, the more responsibility that was thrown on me, and there's only one me, and I was doing the job of 3 or 4 people. And it wasn't recognized. It was taken for granted. And that took a toll on my life. I didn't have a life.
We had a great team going. I was building homes and she was selling homes. The problem was I was building them during the day, and there was many times that she was out trying to sell, close a deal at night, so our paths very seldom crossed.
I'd always planned on being successful and having to be able to retire. I always thought about that, but it didn't happen that way.
I never have known anything else. I've never known any other type of options other than going to work and getting a paycheck in my other jobs. And when I came in here, I was blown away.
Cowabunga.
Big houses, great cars, for me it's shoes.
If I wanted my boys to look very nice, I don't have to check the tag of the price. Get my clothes, put in the cart.
We're changing lives. We're making a difference in the world. We're making a difference in the world. We're doing good in the marketplace, and that's everything.
A lot of ways to make money, but there's not many ways you can really be proud about the way that you make money and affect so many people in such a positive way.
When I got started, I was definitely looking to make money. There's no question. I was not looking to change the world. I was looking to change my bank account.
It was really exciting. It validated that you could actually make money.
I remember my very first month I made $1,000, and that was a lot of money.
About a year and a half into the business, still part-time, was making $2,500 a month.
First month I made $300. I was very excited. Then $800 the second month, then $2,700 the third month, and then I decided to quit my job.
First month in business without having a clue. Literally, our mentor said, do A, B, and C. And being a very willing student, I said, okay, A, B, and C. And first month, it was unbelievable. Actually, our income was $1,500.
Personally, best month in the business was $2,800.
A year exactly after I started the business, my checks that month were $5,468.28. 2 months later, my check went up to $7,080, and that was the month I went on vacation and came back and got that $7,000 check. So it's been amazing.
There's still people that say, that's just too good to be true, but it's true. I don't know what else to tell you.
I was 22 years old, and I was working for a company like a lot of people in America. What I realized is that the company grew and the wealth of the owners grew. And I thought, gosh, I'm working here like a slave, and I'm building someone else's family's future. I didn't have a clue, but I just thought there must be a better way where I can work and build a future for myself and my family. Could there be an opportunity or a chance for someone like me to have a better life, to have the American dream? There was people in the company who wanted to mentor us. There was a support system and infrastructure. There was a business model that all we needed to do is execute. And then before you know it, in 4 months, working the same hours, 2 to 3 hours a week, the income hit $1,500 a month. Obviously, we're thinking this thing is working. And in 90 days, our income hit $10,000 a month. And our very first calendar year, our income hit $350,000. In our second year, I turned 30, Emiko turned 25, and our income hit $1.1 million. We had become millionaires.
Well, we just want to say that welcome to our home.
The house was custom built by one of the most incredible international designers. It's got that Mediterranean kind of traditional contemporary look.
And this is our living area. My parents live very close to here, and my brother, and being one of 6 children, we needed a lot of space. We have 18 grandkids, my parents, so we wanted something that we can really enjoy, that when my family comes over, it's still really comfortable.
To the media room, we have a media room with a high definition TV and suede sofas that you can just lounge and just be comfortable, kick your shoes off, and just enjoy the fruits of your labor.
This is our home office. What's wonderful about this office, and kind of cool, it looks all clean. You think, this guy's running a multi-million-dollar business out of here. You think, how does he do that? Well, really simple. If you open this up, now it's messy because this is where the real work is. We do work, believe it or not. This is where we work, and you can see the computers on there, and we have a computer and then a fax, a copier, and this is where we run our multi-million-dollar business from this simple space. Pretty amazing from working from home.
I always wanted a chopper. I saw it on the showroom floor and I thought, wow. I thought, I gotta have it. Purple with, ghost flames, absolutely beautiful. It's all dialed in. It's an S&S motor, the 240 back rear tire. I mean, it is absolutely spectacular. And for me, just to drive down the open road, and I usually drive it, down Coast Highway and enjoy the ocean. It's just a wonderful experience.
Well, that's our home, and we just want to say thank you very much for allowing us to open our home to all of you and share with you. And just imagine, it started with a little dream to want to have a better life, and with everything that's happening today and all the technology and the leadership, there's never been a better time. And all of you, if you just dream, you also too can have everything we have and much more.
There I was, stranded in Los Angeles, broke and desperate. I didn't know anybody. I didn't have a green card even. And I didn't know what I was going to do. I figured out I needed to make $2,000 in 2 weeks or I was going to lose everything. I had leased a condo on the beach and furniture and a car, and I was really scared. I didn't know what I was going to do. And when I went to this meeting, even though it wasn't, quite what I had in mind, I didn't have a lot of choices. And I just sat down, tried to keep an open mind, and turned out to be a little bit different than I thought. And I thought, well, I'll just do this until I make enough money to pay off my bills, and then I'll probably end up going back to Canada and being a dental hygienist. You can be broke and start this business, because that was totally me. I had to make some money, and so I had to go out of my comfort zone. It worked for me. Within 2 weeks, I had made almost exactly $2,000. How incredible this business really is. I ended up earning probably about, I'm guessing $35,000 that first year. I really decided to kick it off. I made a decision that this is what I was going to do. This is going to be my career. This is how I'm going to build my wealth. And once I did that, it's amazing. Mentally, I was committed, and that next year I made $400,000. Looking back on it now, I never had a dream that I would have a lifestyle like this. Now I make millions. Don and I had a date set up, and I had a successful business before I met him.
Meet at this hotel for dinner.
And I had a business opportunity meeting at that hotel that night, so I just thought I would go meet him after the meeting. Well, what happened was he got there early.
I thought I'd just slip in and see what it was all about.
And walked in just as I was giving my income testimonial, and I just froze up there.
I couldn't believe she's up on stage telling people how much she makes, which just blew me away.
And so I knew that he knew, and oh man.
So of course I slip out, thinking I've heard something I'm not supposed to hear.
We went out for dinner, and I thought I detected a little bit more interest in him.
I was like, wow, that's a pretty good income she's generating.
He said, well, how much money did you have to invest to get that kind of return?
And she said, oh, it's very simple, it's 50. And so I went, $50,000, that's pretty good.
A return like that for only a $50,000 investment? And I said, no, $50.
And here I am, I just about fell off my chair.
I think that was the night he proposed.
Of course, that's when I exactly asked her to marry me. At least that's what she says.
I think the big money hasn't even started to be made yet. 10 years from now, there are people that haven't even signed up yet that will be making a huge amount more money than we ever made in this company. I really do believe that.
I don't know why you're watching this program today. Maybe you're dissatisfied with your income. Maybe you're dissatisfied with your career. Maybe you're dissatisfied because someone else is raising your children, or you're just caught up in the rat race. When I got started, I was skeptical and scared, but they told me they had a system, a proven plan of action, something I could follow, and I could become successful, and it happened. Thousands of people around the world have followed a step-by-step system, and today they're enjoying their lives, their dreams are coming true. You know, sometimes the worst place to be is on the fence, undecided what to do. Sometimes you just have to pick up the phone, stop procrastinating. Think about this. Is the government going to take care of you? Is corporate America going to take care of you? What about the economy? Sometimes when we're relying on all these other sources, it doesn't happen. Sometimes a reality check. You know, we have to look in our bank account. We have to look at what we've earned so far in our lives for working so hard. And possibly it hasn't happened for you yet. We are absolutely confident that if you call us, we could help you.